Hi, everyone. I'm meteorologist Mike Witcher for the local Colorado. Sure hope you had a great Wednesday as we get into our Thursday, Friday, and the upcoming weekend. Still looking at a nice weather pattern on the way, but another low pressure system is going to head our way. We'll talk much more about that coming up here in just a moment. We did top out at 78 degrees in Denver, which was above average. The average high is 72. The record, though, an old timer. 90 set back in 1892, back when we started taking records officially. We were above average in Colorado Springs at 77. Grand Junction was at 78, and Pueblo making it to 85. So the southeastern parts of Colorado were definitely trending much, much warmer. But boy, I tell you what, it turned out to be gorgeous. That was a view from earlier today in the Mile High City, earlier on Wednesday, I should say, in the Mile High City. We had a few clouds hanging out with us, but we stayed rain-free. Let's go a little bit further to the west. We'll take it to Aspen, Colorado. And speaking of Aspen, Colorado, how about them Aspens? They are gorgeous. And right here on the local Colorado, you'll be able to check out more information on your fall foliage, the timing, the average, and when should you get up to the higher elevations to see the peak viewings. I've got much more on that right here on the local Colorado as well. Now let's go a little bit further to the west. So across the western slope, we'll take you to Mesa, Colorado, just outside of the Grand Junction community. And it was a warm one there. And that's going to be on the warmer side, although a little bit of a cooling trend is on the way thanks to that area of low pressure I was talking about. So we'll highlight that in the big story picture coming up here in just a moment. First things first, let's talk about what we're watching, okay? The heat's going to gradually build its way on in. Another low pressure system, just like I mentioned, is going to be developing, bringing us a little bit of rainfall, maybe a little bit of snow. I will say that we are behind so far on the season for snowfall when it comes to when we typically start to get a little bit more snow. Listen, it's October now officially, right? So here we go. October can bring some big snows to the state. Thursday morning, we'll start off in the 30s and 40s. The western slope will be in the 40s and 50s. We'll be in the 40s and 50s from Denver to Fort Morgan, Colorado Springs to La Junta. So a nice, comfortable, quiet start to the day. You'll need those jackets early on, but you can shed those during the afternoon. Why? Well, we're going to have abundant sunshine, so don't forget the sunglasses as well. You'll need those. A strong southwesterly flow taking shape, abundant sunshine from sunrise to sunset. We're not going to see much in the way of precipitation around the area, and temperatures will continue to trend above average. We'll be in the 60s and 70s from Breckenridge to Glenwood. How about Grand Junction at 79, Durango 74, and then the big winner is going to be the southeastern part of the state once again, from La Junta, Lamar to Springfield, all in the mid to upper 80s. So a warm weather pattern is on the way. We're not talking about a huge chance for a lot of precipitation. However, there is some chances that will begin to head our way. And the reason why is an area of low pressure that's going to head our way as well. Now, before we get there, remember I said Thursday is going to be on the warm and above average side because we have some ridging taking place. However, as we get into our Friday and the weekend, here comes our next trough, an area of low pressure. Think about it this way. High pressure brings us typically happy weather. High pressure, happy weather. Low pressure, typically lousy weather. And it's going to bring some lousy weather. But not like an all-day washout. We're not talking about big snows, although we do need the snow in Colorado. A strong southwesterly flow taking shape all the way through Friday. We'll still keep our temperatures trending on the warmer side. And then through Saturday, that little trough digs in just a little bit further to the north. So that is going to bring a little bit of precipitation, mainly along the peaks of the Rockies all the way to the western slope. And then we'll be watching this next low kick its way on into the area. And if that were to take place, that may bring us a better opportunity for some light rain showers and maybe some snow showers as well. So generally speaking, from the Weather Prediction Center, along the Rockies and further to the west, we have our best opportunity for seeing a little bit of lighter precipitation. Then as we go from the weekend through next Tuesday, we may see a little bit more moisture in the form of rain in the lower elevations, snow in the higher elevations, across the Sangre de Cristos, down towards Durango, Telluride, Alamosa, somewhere around there. We could get a little bit more precipitation. Now listen, the Climate Prediction Center is predicting this area to be the greatest extent of above average precipitation, but the entire state. They're saying we may be trending above average when it comes to precipitation over the next couple of weeks. All this is saying is above average. It doesn't say how much rain, timing, duration, intensity. It just says that the trend is there to see above average precipitation, which we could use. Obviously, it's Colorado. And we could use a little bit more snow in the mountains. So it's going to be a warm one. How about Denver, Colorado? We're going to make it to 83 degrees on Thursday, 86 on Friday. That's that strong southwesterly flow still staying warm on Saturday, and then that trough swings in, helping to cool our temperatures in the upper 60s. But if you happen to have plans to head off to Red Rocks on Thursday night, we've got a great concert. It's going to be a perfect night for some live music at Red Rocks. We've got Airplay playing their Moon Safari. So if you're going to be heading off to Red Rocks doing some tailgating between noon and 3, we'll go from about 70 to the low 80s during or getting into the concert time frames. I should say more so for that peak tailgating at 5 p.m. We're going to be right around 83. And then during the show, we're going to see those temps fall into the low 70s by 8, low 60s by the end of the show. So you'll need those jackets in the morning, shed the jackets during the afternoon, and bring the sweatshirts back on if you're heading off to the concert at Red Rocks. And I tell you what, if you've never been to Red Rocks, I highly recommend it. It is probably one of my most favorite venues to see a concert. It is awesome. How about Colorado Springs? Your 7-day forecast, not nearly as hot as Denver, but still pleasant. 70s and 80s through Saturday, 60s as the trough swings its way through Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, and then temperatures may warm beyond the 7-day forecast. And then we'll take it to Grand Junction, a little bit warmer. Thursday and Friday will be in the mid-80s. Better chance for seeing a few showers and thunderstorms. Remember, they're west of the Continental Divide, and that's where we have our best opportunity for seeing some moisture. Hopefully not in the form of dry thunderstorms. I don't think that's really going to be the case. And then we'll stay in the 70s Sunday, Monday, with some warmer weather returning Tuesday, Wednesday as another ridge starts to build its way back in, which the Climate Prediction Center is saying, hold on, I know it's October, but over the next 6 to 10, 8 to 14 days out, the entire state could be trending above average. So I sure hope you have a wonderful and safe rest of your week and the upcoming weekend. Get out and enjoy the fall colors. The weather's going to be absolutely beautiful. The concert scene's going to be great. Unfortunately, we don't have much going on this upcoming weekend when it comes to sports. All right, my friends, I'll see you back here tomorrow if you want to check back in. Remember, I'm meteorologist Mike Witcher for the local Colorado.